Hey, welcome to the broadcast. Thank you so much for joining. My name's John Mayfield, the real estate tech guy, and I'm going to help you with a quick little tip for passing the real estate exam. Now, recently I was at a conference in Arizona, and a lot of real estate instructors were there who have pre-licensed real estate schools, and I asked many of them in a upcoming podcast if they had one piece of advice they could give to help students pass the real estate exam, what would it be? And I got some great information, but there was one little nugget that I thought, wow. I mean, all of the tips were off the chart. But there was one nugget that I just hadn't thought about. It was from my good friend Lynn Elder. Lynn, if you're watching, thank you so much. But Lynn said, you need to read the candidate handbook cover to cover. And I thought about that and I thought, wow, that is so true. I'd never told anyone that. But if you look at the candidate handbook, there's probably a half dozen or more questions right inside that candidate handbook that you could get correct. Now, we cover those in the course, but it's just always good to go over it from another perspective or another angle. So I want to show you the candidate handbook, and I literally want to make sure that you will know this information when you take the real estate exam and pass that on the very first time. Now I have a second camera here. Try to get this little tiny bot camera to follow me around. And for some reason it's not wanting to do so, but now he's working. I like to use multiple cameras from time to time. We'll kind of zoom in here as well, just so that it's a little interactivity that we can have some fun and help you out and make it a little bit more exciting when you are watching this YouTube video. So let's actually go in to the digital board, go to the digital board and take a look at some of the information here that you very well could see on the real estate test. So here's the candidate handbook, and I'm just going to pick a couple of things out here just so you can see. But right here in this little section right here, there's a question you will definitely see, probably maybe two questions right from this paragraph right here. Now, if you're a global real estate school student, all of the candidate handbook is located for each state that we offer courses in under the additional references. But take a look at this. I mean, it tells you right here, you have to be 18 years of age or older. You have to complete a 48-hour pre-licensed real estate school from an approved school, which we are. You have to pass both portions of the exam. You have to take the 24-hour practice course, and you have to do all of this within 6 months of the date of completion. Now, I know what you're saying. You're saying, John, why, there's a paragraph of information in the student candidate handbook, but there could be 2 or 3 questions right from that paragraph. Now, they love to give you that question on the exam, so you have to look at this information, know it, be able to apply it, but they love to give you that question about Mary Smith finished her 48-hour pre-license course on October 1st. Mary then passes the exams, gets her fingerprinting done, and applies for her license on June the 7th the following year. Can Mary get a license? Well, you'd have to go back and look. If she finished on October 1st, she could not, because there's this little piece right here that says Mary has to do all of that. She must submit all of that within 6 months of the completion date of the 48-hour salesperson school. Well, if Mary finished the school on October 1, well, we can count on our fingers, right? November 1, December, January, February, March, April. That's the 6-month deadline. Mary didn't try to apply for a license in June. Well, there's May, June. Mary's like 2 months and 7 days or whatever date I put behind schedule. So I want you to read the candidate handbook. There are a lot of questions that you will see. And so just some very, very good advice. Now we can go right into the second part. You could be a licensed attorney and pass both portions of the Missouri salesperson's exam. In other words, the licensed attorney wouldn't necessarily have to go and get the education. That education requirements are waived for licensed attorneys. They still have to pass the test, but they can waive the education. They need to complete the application for license, and it must be submitted within 6 months of passing the exam. Again, that could be an exam question. So here's my tip and tool for you today. Download the candidate handbook and read it cover to cover, okay? You will see some exam questions right from that candidate handbook. Now, I'm going to be going through the Missouri portion, and then once I finish Missouri, we're going to go right through our other states: Hawaii, Florida, Virginia, Indiana, Oklahoma, Kansas, South Dakota. I work with 2 other schools in Kansas and South Dakota, so probably won't be going through the state portion in South Dakota, but I will be going through it in the Kansas portion. We're going to be doing live streaming each and every day, and we'll be doing that on the YouTube channel only. So if you're watching this on some of the other channels, you need to go over to YouTube, subscribe to Global Real Estate School, and we will do the live streaming from the YouTube channel. Okay, so keep that in mind, and we will be starting that right away. Now, I want to just give you kind of a heads up on some of the live streaming that we're going to be doing, is that I plan to make these streams for the state material very, very, what's the word I'm looking for? Classroom-like setting, okay? I may mess up. You're going to be able to send some questions in to me. I could actually go and look at the questions, or if you have any chat right now, I can go out there and actually take a look at the chat. And so if you want to send a chat message in, you could do that. But what I want you to know is this: we're going to be starting this tomorrow, and we'll be doing these almost daily over the next 2 or 3 weeks. So I hope you can join me. I hope you'll subscribe to Global Real Estate School on our YouTube channel. You can also subscribe at our Facebook channel, and we'll be just streaming to probably those 2 platforms only, not LinkedIn or Twitter or some of the other channels. But I'd love for you to join me. We're going to start with Missouri. These could be 2-hour live streams or a little longer, because I want to try to get through all of the state material as quickly as I can, all right? So I don't know what time I'll be streaming, but if you subscribe, you'll get notified when I do go live, and also you can go over to the YouTube channel and watch those. Well, what are you going to do if you are getting ready to take the test? You are going to download the candidate handbook. You're going to start reading through it sentence by sentence, and you are also going to take very good notes, highlight information, and you will probably pick up, I'm telling you what, I bet you'll pick up 6 to 10 questions just from doing that. So thank you, Lynn Elder, for that great piece of advice. If you haven't subscribed to the podcast, I'll be putting that podcast on there with all of the other great tips that instructors gave me from around the country on how you can pass the real estate exam. If you haven't subscribed to Global Real Estate School, or you haven't checked out our website, do that. We have some great resources over there. I have digital flashcards. People are buying those, and thank you. I know that's helping. We also have, I originally called it My Real Estate Exam Coach. Then I kind of changed it to the Ultimate Real Estate Exam Prep, but I think I'm going to change it back to My Real Estate Exam Coach because I like that. And they're coaching videos, and that's what I want to do, is help coach you pass the test. Hey, as always, thank you so much for your kind comments, your feedback. We hope you subscribe. We hope you will use Global Real Estate School, tell others about it, and read the Candidate Handbook. It'll help you pass the test. Trust me. Thanks again, Lynn Elder. Have a great day.